All right.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Congratulations on the win. A lot to unpack about this one.
Yeah.
Just last thing, just talk me through that final inning and that final at bat. Just as the coach, just kind of what's going through your mind on a 13 pitch at bat in such a tight, critical game.
Yeah, with the 2-run lead and the two left-handers coming up, and Dom's been so unbelievable for us. We felt like he could roll out there and not give up 2 runs. Like he was going to figure out a way to do it. He gets the first pitch changeup that gets hit out, and then gets the 2 left-handers, and we just made a decision that Dom earns the right to finish this, and he's been so tough and competitive for us, and that's what you saw. 14, 15 pitch at bat with a 3-2 backdoor slider in that spot. That's outstanding.
You guys needed that 1-2 punch tonight.
Yes. Yeah, and we call it the Dom and Dom show. Like they kind of match off each other, similar stuff, but just going other ways. Both ultra competitive. I mean, they don't really walk guys. Like Dom Stagliano's not walking guys until he gets tired. That's pretty much what it is. It was great.
What do you think about Dom Stagliano's start? I mean, I feel like his stat line doesn't reflect how well he pitched.
No. I mean, he was in complete control of it with the 2 outs in the 7th inning. The 1 home run. I mean, ball gets out of here, but it was a good pitch. Like we go back and look at that. That's a good pitch. Complete and control of everything he was doing. That's the kind of start you need after what happened last night to get us going.
Matt Prevesk, of course, get you guys started off offensively with that homer. Just how big was it to get that to kind of give you guys that cushion at the early?
Yeah, it's 1st and 3rd right there, and it's a nothing ball game, and just kind of let him hit in that situation, left on left breaking ball that he pulled out of here in a big spot.
How about the insurance run?
Unbelievable. We talk about when you get to those critical games, it's a 1-run game. That 1 run's like 2. Like it just feels like 2 in the other dugout. We've been in the other dugout, but Keanu stealing the base, getting the 3rd on that, and then Danny about knocked the wall down.
What was it feeling like, though, after the 8th inning where you felt like you left a lot of runs on the table? They were able to, what was kind of the feeling like? Because you feel like you were losing some momentum?
I mean, you obviously feel that a little bit, but our guys have been through this before, and they went out there and just played in the bottom of the 8th, made the plays they needed. Dom made some great pitches and get back in the 9th and find a way to score again.
What made Keanu the choice to be the pinch runner in that moment?
We've been using him in that situation, so like if that he can run like 1, and then we can kind of save. We don't have a very deep bench, so he allows us to run somebody we feel like can run and still save those other guys to hit left-handed.
So talk about Keanu's night before.
Yeah.
The game, he talked about you had a little bit of a roll.
Yeah.
Correct.
So
yeah, we talked.
In your back pocket.
Yes, I almost got stuck. So,
Yeah.
And I told him that same thing happened when I did it my one time. So got stuck. We were on a catamaran in Emerald Isle, and I got stuck in my pocket. But the same thing happened. But we talked about that I think Wednesday or Thursday, and I was completely for it. He deserved that, and that was a really neat moment. I've never given a guy. Sometimes I give the guys lineup cards when it's a big game, they do something special or a first. I've never given a guy a lineup card for his engagement. So that was pretty neat.
So how cool was it for him to then to play a big role in the game, and he scored that much needed insurance run too?
Correct. Yeah, that's pretty neat. He's going to be my age one day talking about this. It's going to be pretty neat.
Yeah, and of course that run came off of the RBI triple out of Danny Neri. What did you see out of that at bat?
Well, he took the first pitch, got himself in a good count, got the pitch he was looking for, and didn't miss it. That was, outstanding at bat by a senior on senior night in a big moment.
How much do you respect Keanu's journey from club baseball?
Yeah. The whole thing, he started at UNF, just came here trying to get a chance playing club baseball, and he obviously was on the team before I got here, but you understand why. Like, he gives everything to the program, to the guys in the dugout when he's not even involved, unselfishly catches bullpen in 103-degree heat and never says a word about it. Like, we couldn't do the stuff we're doing without him.
He talks about hugging guys and reminding them to have fun. What kind of energy and the importance of that energy do you need?
Yeah, you have to have joy in doing this. Like, we got to be locked in and competitive, but you can't take the joy out of this, and I think that's a big part of it.
I don't know if we have time to run down the 17 seniors that were honored before the game, but there's a lot of big names that have played major roles on this team, and you're looking to do big things in your first year, and those guys played a really big role.
Yeah, and we talked about it as a group when we first, none of those guys even had to stay, and they all chose to stay here because they loved the program and wanted to help us start this thing over again. And the guys that came in, they didn't even have to come here either. Everybody that was on that, they chose to stay or come here, and they've given us everything they could have given us to this point.
Super regional Saturday.
Yeah, no doubt. You're fighting for your life, and now it's going to be super regional feel on Sunday.
What do you like most about how they responded, especially after the setback on Friday?
Yeah, that was a tough one. You feel like you had a chance to win it, and then you got to, like we said, come up here and deal with that, and then to go back out. And we played really well for the first 6 innings, and then it got tight again, found a way to win it at the end.
How do you match the energy then? do you bring that energy? That's tough, right?
Yeah, no, it is. It is. But honestly, this place helps. Like, you could feel this thing in the dugout, and the guys were competing and believing, and they just played, man. And you could feel the energy in the dugout. Like, I've been in this place as a player, as a coach, before they built this thing, and you could feel the place shaking in the ninth.
But as many seniors as they were, pretty mix of guys that that you inherited coming into this in your first year. But then, of course, there are a bunch of transfers that came in with you, including Danny Neri and Jack Ziska, who you knew from Notre Dame. Just how does it feel to kind of is it a little different between each of those seniors because of your different experiences with them and just?
Yeah, I mean, you have a different relationship with everybody that's on your team, but those two guys, I mean, that was. Not to get too much into the story, but when that happened, we came back from the World Series, and within 24 hours, I'm coaching somewhere else, and we never really got to say goodbye. That's a weird thing when you coach a team that's in a World Series and you don't get to say goodbye to any of your team, and a chance to coach those guys again. I couldn't be happier.
What's the challenge of building a team when you're bringing in transfers and
Yeah.
you're new and
Yeah.
what's that challenge?
Well,
to
I mean,
bring everybody together.
I think the guys that stayed and the returners, accepting them right away, and they just wanted to win. The Kyle Kramers and the Victors and the Cintalas and Brait, and you go through that list. Like from day one, they just wanted the right people in the locker room, the right people in the program to get this thing going, and they were open to it.
So tomorrow, Wiley, will he get the start?
Yeah,
I think
we'll
most of the arms should be other than
Correct,
maybe
yeah.
Castellano, right? Would be
Yeah,
available?
I would say Wiley and the gang. So everybody, well, like you said, besides Dom.
What does this team need to do tomorrow in order to succeed in this rubber match against a tough athlete?
Yeah, like you gotta continue to pitch and pitch the whole time because there's no breaks in that lineup. You got to defend the way that we defended tonight, and when we get shots, we got to execute.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot,
Thanks,
Coach.
guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.